Well, the stage is familiar, right? Swimming, the meets, the ritual almost of how we proceed through it from one step to the next. Even arriving here, there's a sense of ritual to it, and then you go and compete and perform, and then you come off the stage, right? So it's my time off the stage right now. I feel like this is not really about me. If you want to talk about swimming, sports, and what's next for me. I mean, on a personal level, I'm going to go see my family for a while, do a little bit of traveling before, I got a little bit of work scheduled for the summer. But other than that, just got to wait and see. It's been really good, actually. I didn't get to see everybody because we're all kind of filtering in and out. And I was still like in competition mode and hanging out, on this floor with, I'm an accredited athlete, right? So kind of like paying more attention to like my teammates that are still competing, and spend most of my time there. But a couple of them, Eric Bent and I, we were homies from way back in our origin story in 2000. So I've seen him a few times. It's been great. Gary Hall Jr. had dinner with him last night, and he's just fantastic, right? Like whenever I have an opportunity to hang out with Gary, I feel like I'm both entertained and learning, right? So, I'm still growing, and my teammates in that sense, they're still teaching me. There's 21 years of difference. If I'm honest, I don't, the snapshots, and there really is kind of just seems like snapshots of memory from 2000, right? I was young, naive, and hopeful when I went to go test myself at trials in Indianapolis, and my name's on the wall of that pool in Uipui. And so whenever I go back there, and I was just there a few weeks ago for one of the Pro Swim Series meets, to see my name there kind of brings me back, and I kind of chuckle because that was the last time we had trials there. That was over 2 decades ago. So a lot has kind of been built on top of that. Things torn down and then rebuilt on top of it. And now, I'm trying to, my purposes for being here were simultaneously selfish, but also about others, right? Because I knew it wasn't going to be about me, but I also did not want to deny myself the experience of coming to trials, doing the best that I possibly can, and needing to let the team like go on without me, right? This is my 4th trials, but I've been to 3 Olympic Games. So I wanted that experience. I wanted to put that into my own story so I know what it's like. And, I can't reflect too much on that now because I'm still building it. But if I'm honest, as much as I love the water, and I love being in it, and I love remembering getting into the training, and I used my time the best I could. And, come on, COVID-19, the pandemic, it's taken so much from all of us, and myself included. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. But if I'm frank, I spent way more energy these last 5 years with my involvement as an athlete rep, like using the athlete voice, trying to speak up for the athletes as a stakeholder in our sports organizations like USA Swimming and the USOPC and the International Federation. So, that's been where a lot of my passions have gone, and I feel like a lot of my best work may hopefully take root to lead to positive change that we all want to see. At least I'm saying we all want to see it, but really, like I'm trying to say this on behalf of the athletes. We are the oldest of the fastest and the fastest of the oldest, right? We are men between worlds, and I feel like I've really gotten to know these guys. Obviously, Nathan's still swimming tonight. He's still in the mix, right? So I'll be pulling for him aggressively. He was my teammate for years. We, iron sharpens iron, and we tested against each other all the time. And he's a champion, right? And you see that in his conduct. go Bears. Nathan is he's a Cal Bear. I had the I've been on a team with Ryan as well in the lead up to Rio. But you know what? I met him in the hotel lobby just the other day, and we had a great conversation, just sharing what our plans are, what we're going through. It was filled with a lot of laughs and even some contemplation. So, like, proud of that guy, and I think what he has planning for the future, it's a beautiful thing. And and if I can, I'm going to do my best to help him with that as well, because there's certainly parallels with the mission for what we would each want, so we can work together and still remain a team. Colin, I saw Colin down here not that long ago, and it's been a real pleasure to work with him on Team Black, right? And I mean, if I can just step back for a moment and talk about the experience of being Black in swimming, and coming from where I am and how I've seen it, it really is. It's an experience of isolation, right? And feeling very alone. And you can say it's lonely at the top, but that isolation starts so much earlier if you're if you're an underrepresented minority. And for us all to get together from across the generations, and I got to give a huge shout out here to Maritza McClendon, because she's really done the yeoman's work on this, and been our conduit to USA Swimming and actually pushing forward change, right? And we've done great things, and it's only just started, right? The Illuminating Lanes project, it's a mentorship project. My personal mentor, I think of as a mentor, or like an older brother, a young father, was Sabir Muhammad, right? And he led that with Giles Smith, making an impact with the community. But anyway, just if we can, when we all got together and actually began sharing our experiences with each other, all at the same time, rather than just being like isolated points, meeting here, meet another, right? But like there was a network effect to it. And I really think we can help influence, build lasting change, right? In the pursuit of equality, justice, right? And I think we're all on the same page with that one. Colin has been at all those meetings, right? He shows up at every single one. He cares. He's passionate. He's here now. And, I'm waiting to hear what Colin has to say about it. How we really want the USOPC to get our back when it comes to protests and demonstrations, right? Like, this is clearly, it's controversial. There's no doubt about it. But we want to ensure that the athletes know that the USOPC isn't going to have their boot on our neck should we believe in something and have principles and want to put them forward, right? And so we've been aggressively pursuing that. To the USOPC's credit, while it wasn't easy, I think we're making progress there.